Hello. I guess welcome to a DR. I don't know what to call this, but I'm very frustrated. So, to catch you up, it's Michael and Nicole final noms, and it's an hour, no, like 30 minutes before the eviction. And Michael has decided to realize that he's playing Big Brother and that he is possibly going home. I do believe that he is going home, and I believe he deserves to go home. So I just want to everyone to listen this out. Like he volunteered essentially to go on the block because he wanted to play Kiss Ass with Zachary, which doesn't make sense to me because one, why would you do that? Two, why would you do that? And three, why would you do that? Like why it doesn't really make sense to me. Like why do you want to appease all these people? Like it's transparent and it's stupid, frankly, and he deserves to go home for this. However, he is bringing up a lot of information that makes me like see the positives of keeping him, but I'm not going to because me and Nicole have became very close. I love her and I want to work with her. Michael, I don't know, it's just stupid because Michael, he I asked him for help at the beginning of the week. I was nominated. I was like, "Hey, can you help me this and that?" And I was kind of dismissed. And he just sat there and I had to get myself out of this hole. It wasn't fair to me. He didn't help me out. He just said, "Good luck, kid. Hope you win the OV." And I'm like, okay. And then I win the BOV and I got myself out of this position. And then now he's like complaining that like Isaac's snaking him and that he snaked me. And I'm like, okay, where was his information? Like apparently Isaac said that like I would go home if I was an initial nom, if I was a final nom. And I was like, where was his information when it was said like you obviously you didn't trust me enough. And you obviously are trying to a certain extent use that information to make sure that I vote to keep you, and I'm not playing into that. I My allies are people who are transparent with me. My allies are people who want to work with me. Well, does Michael want to work for me? Yes, he does, but not because he wants to work. Like he doesn't want to do it because he likes me. He wants to do it out of spite for Isaac. And speaking of which, it just puts me in such a weird position because I kind of sniffed out Isaac last night. I was like, oh, like he kind of fucked me over. And so it's a matter of thinking like, how do I navigate this? So for right now, I exposed Michael to Isaac to make sure that Nicole stays. That is my top one priority. She has to stay. I will throw Michael under the bus. He didn't help. He didn't push me out of the bus's way, so he can get hit by it. I don't care. I just have to make sure that she stays because Michael does. He will do like whoever stays will do good for my game. It's just that Michael doesn't do me any justice. Like keeping Michael will make me look stupid. Like me and Nicole have been like thinking of plans by ourselves of how we can both stay, and now the opportunity presents itself. Like I'm going to take this game is me and hers as of right now. Like I need her in this game, she needs me to a certain extent. I need to work with her. Michael, yes, I would have loved to work with Michael, but obviously Michael isn't in the right headspace. Like you said, he's very genuine. He likes a lot of people, and I do believe he's a very interpersonal person. However, he put himself on the block as like the ultimate act of kiss ass. Like, why? Who does that? Like, it easily could have been Orange. It could have been Orange, Nickel final noms, and we could have just Nickel could have been evicted. Sadly, I wouldn't have evicted her, but she could have been evicted, and we could have continued on with life. It's just it's just so funny because he knew the house dynamics. He knew like how the game was. He knew where everybody was within the game, and it just and he just did nothing about it. And it just astonishes me how I guess stupid and naive that is because I guess because I've been nominated like the house like this house is looking for any excuse to take anybody out. And yeah, like I don't know, he's been messaging me trying to like show me the like all the positives of keeping him, and they are good positives. It's just like everything he says, Nickel does it better. He's like, oh, I will win next HOH. Okay, but Nickel's already going to do that. Oh, like I'm going to flip the house on its head. I'm like, okay, well, Nickel can probably do that too. I mean, it's just a matter of thinking like I'm glad he told me all this information. It just confirmed what I already knew. However, like he is not useful for me anymore beyond this point. It is very sad though. I do love Michael. He is a great guy. He just I think he liked me personally and he didn't see the utilization for me for his game. And I guess now out of this act of like desperosity, is that even a word? Like being like he's just so I guess desperate that like now he's pondering for my vote, and he's kind of like acting like I knew everything and I don't. I knew pretty much nothing. Like I feel bad. I don't know. But I just need to make sure that he goes and everything is okay. I'm just annoyed because, like, honestly, like throughout this whole entire week, I have been consistently on the bottom, and the more that I'm figuring out, I'm still on the bottom of my own alliance. And it's like the people that I'm working with the closest are the people who have been kind of fucking me over. Like, I go close with Michael, he doesn't tell me shit. I come close to Isaac, he doesn't do anything to help me. It's like I don't think Michael realized like he also betrayed me to a certain extent. Like he never helped me to get out of this position. He knew I was going to leave against Nickel and he allowed that to happen. Who does that? That's not an ally. That is someone who is holding on to information to exploit for his own good benefit. If Nickel find out, I'm pretty sure she would have told me. Like this, I could have like it's a matter of it's like I'm in a fork of the road and I could turn left and go with this fake ass relationship and play kumbaya and be like, oh my gosh, like, yes, Michael, you're so smart. Like, oh yeah, you flipped the game on its head, which is like ideal in the short run, but like in the long run, he's going to abandon me for someone else. He's going to eventually take Isaac out once Isaac leaves. He's back into the middle. Whereas Nickel, in the long run, me and her are probably going to work together until one of us leaves. That's just we have a tighter relationship, we have a tighter bond. I want to work with her, and we have successfully worked out this week together. We obviously have very good chemistry, so this is good. I have good feelings about Nickel, and now that Michael has told me all this information about Isaac, I know how to deal with Isaac now. I don't know how I'm going to, but I know that I need to. So it's just a matter of like him like, and he sends me all these long paragraphs and I feel so bad, but it's like you did it to yourself. Like you can't I feel bad, but like you did this to yourself, Michael. Like I don't know why. What can I do? I'm only one vote to begin with. If Isaac is snaking the way you said he is, where are the other three votes? You need four. I know Orange isn't voting out Nickel. I know Zach told me he's not voting out Nickel, and I know Isaac and Alyssa just snaked you out, and they're not voting Nickel out. So it's a matter of like thinking. I don't know. Like it's stupid. Like he knew this. He knew this. He knew Orange and Nick were close. He knew that Alyssa and Isaac were close. And I'm pretty sure to a certain extent he should have obviously seen in the house that Alyssa and Orange were pretty close, because there was this one time that Alyssa used QT and said like this the letters QT, which is something Orange really says. And Orange has this very he is very impressionable in his like vernacular, like very like rubs off on people. Like I know in season 9, I used a lot of his sayings because they were just so like fucking, I guess, funny. I don't know, but like Alyssa is like playing into Orange and like really enjoys it, and it's transparent. Like what there was a disconnect. Like Michael, I guess he's been talking to people, but he really hasn't been looking at this game. Everything is so. It's like everything's out there now. Like I see everything, and I'm like, oh, like I can keep you, but then I ruined my relationship with Orange and Isaac and Alyssa, and if Isaac's snaking me out already, like he's gonna go guns blazing even further. So it's just a horrible position to be. Actually, no, it's a great position to be in because I am not on the block. I would have left, and Michael would have done nothing for me. So you know what? Great. I'm happy. I'm content because me and the person I'm closest with goes, well, somebody who said they wanted to work with me but left me in the dust when I needed them the most, they're going home tonight. I believe in karma, and this is karma. And I feel bad because I do believe me and Michael could have been great. However, it's just the way it is. That's the way the game plays out, and people capitalize on other people's mistakes. I made my mistake. He made his mistakes. He just made his mistake at the wrong time. So, yeah, that's it. I'm very sad. No, I said I'm not sad. I'm very frustrated at Michael for holding all this information from me and then pretending that we're buddy buddy now. No, it doesn't work like that. I'm going to tell him that I'm evicting him. I'm going to tell him to say his condolences, and I'm going to tell him that I love him. And sadly, this game just didn't work out because of the way it happened. So Michael, if you're watching this, I do love you, and I'm gonna miss you. And this sucks because you're just a lot of fun to talk to, and I would have loved to have more voice calls. But I just want to say thank you for telling me the information you knew. This is more than enough. I need to play around the obstacles I face in the house right now. So, so goodbye.